Hey guys, today I will share 3 core values of mine with you. Stay tuned. I can't tell the story of my life just in 2 minutes, but I will try to share with you 3 core values of mine who are quite outstanding. The first of them is traveling. Already as a child, I travel a lot. Often in the holidays during summer, I traveled with my parents, my brother and my sister through whole Europe. We had a small camping car and we have been stuck in this camping car and we traveled from one place to another side. Sometimes we slept in the wilderness and sometimes we slept on the camping ground. When I'm staying too long at one place, I feel like someone is pushing me forward and is saying, Christoph, now you have to leave. There is time to make your next step. So traveling for me is something who is a part of my life, to go forward, to discover, to see something new. Traveling is my first value I want to share with you. The second value I want to share with you is creativity. When I was a child, I hadn't anything like a television or a PlayStation. I not even had like a Walkman, this old school music player. My mother was convinced that all this stuff is killing the creativity. So she decided nothing of all that for my child. So instead of PlayStation, we played with a box full of bed sheets. We built the funniest, the craziest and the biggest houses just out of bed sheets, and we spent afternoons and afternoons with this box. Another example is I hadn't any fancy handcraft tools like glitter pens when I was a child. When I want to build something, I took toilet paper rolls, fruit nets, candy papers, egg cartons, and with all this stuff, with all this recycling stuff, I started to build up my projects. So I learned from early on to be creative, to use my imagination to build something. The third value I want to share with you is spirituality. When I was a child, I went to Sunday school each Sunday and I heard the story about Jesus and the people of the Bible, and I was really inspired of them. And then I became a leader in the Scouts group of the Salvation Army, and I started to tell this story on my own. And even later I became a Salvation Army officer and I started to preach about the Bible. But even if the Bible and the stories are always the same, my faith developed a lot. When I was a child, I just believed everything my parents told me. I always had the right to ask questions, and I did it, of course. But the parents had all the time the good answer, and so I just believed everything they told me. When I became older, I started to understand that sometimes there are questions you can't find the answer. There are wounds that are too hard to just saying, God loves you. Of course, it's right, but sometimes I learned it's good to say, I don't have an answer for this question. I can't explain why all this stuff has happened to you. I learned even if I have sometimes struggled to believe in God, He's always here. He didn't depend on my faith. He didn't depend on me and on my faith. He's my creator. He is here and He is protecting me all the time. These are my 3 values: traveling, creativity and spirituality. What are yours? Share it down in the comments, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel now, do it now, down here on the button, and click on the bell. I'm so happy to have you on my journey. Be blessed.